Hey, Way Home family on YouTube. It is I, Steffi Starr, coming at you from the Way Home. And today we are going to talk about fear. I had a video the other day where I said the theme was feeling crazy, feeling different, but part of that feeling is fear. So fears come up a lot this week in the people who are part of the work that we do here at the Way Home. And I want to address that fear because it robs us of the energy we need to act on the things that frighten us. So first, let me say there's two different kinds of fear. There's fear of the things we have no control over, and there's fear of the things that we absolutely have an effect on in our own lives. So first, I want to start with the things over which we have absolutely no control. If you find yourself fearful of events that are out of the scope of your ability to have an effect on them, then they are fears that need to be left alone. And believe me, I hear it easier said than done. But I want you to understand this universal truth. The past and the future contain fear because they're based on compulsive thought. And once that record of the mind gets going, it's hard to turn off. I understand it. I lived with it for a very long time. I have lived without that record playing in my mind 24/7 for a good 10 years, and I can tell you it is the way to go. We need to turn the record player off, shut the stereo down, because worrying about things over which you have absolutely no effect is akin to robbing yourself of the potential to do something about the things that you have an effect on. The way in which I alleviated myself for years of fear of what I could not control was to produce and practice profound presence. By the way, I love alliteration. But seriously, that just came straight from my heart. There is no problem in the present moment. Eckhart Tolle taught me well with his book, The Power of Now. And there's a part in which he asks this question. And because I perceive that everything is energy and that I'm always only interacting with energy, I'm only ever experiencing myself vis-a-vis a million different things that come into my awareness as energy of myself. It was as if I was sitting across from this person who was a profound mirror for me. And he asked me, as I read the book, he said to me, and this is how I perceived it, as him sitting with me and talking with me. By the way, thank you, Eckhart, for this. You saved my life. Anyway, it was a big deal. That man's had such a profound effect on so many people in the world. But the question from that book that I took away, I took a lot of things away, but this thing has stuck with me. It has healed me. I used it compulsively for a very long time until it really began to work. And the question was, in silent stillness, you kind of find your balance center to the best of your ability, and you ask yourself, in this moment, Steffi, what problem do I have? In this moment, what problem do I have? In this moment, not tomorrow, not 5 minutes from now, not yesterday at work, what blew up, not what's coming a year from now, a week from now. In this moment, what problem do I have? And I can promise you the answer for me and for everyone I've ever done this exercise with is none. The answer is always none, because in pure presence, there are no problems. Problems are a construct of the overactive mind. Problems are part of compulsive thought. I call it the record. I carried that record with me all my life. It was constantly going. And let me tell you, that record is a bully. It's a version of you that is a bully. It needs to be evicted. It needs to be let go, because to sit and worry about things over which you have no control robs your ability to effectively address the things that you can. So let's get busy fixing what we can, right? So we've dealt with you know, and again, these are 10, 13-minute videos. I'm not going to get so deep into it. This is the work I do at the way home. This is part of self-care school. We learn these lessons. We do a deep dive into how we can get out of our own way, how we can turn off the record, how we can turn it around with our willingness to do as opposed to worry. Because the opposite of paralysis is action. The opposite of paralysis is movement. So let's get busy moving. Let's take the energy that we use worrying about things we have no control over and turn it around so that we can actively become better participants in the manifestation and design of the life that we have an effect on, right? So worrying about what we have no control over, that's a whole other topic. Now we're going to talk about the things we worry about that we actually can affect. And what I like to say is fear is the thing that puts the car in park. We can't take the drive down the road to change, rearrange, redesign the thing over which we do have an effect. I don't use the word control often because control is an illusion. There is no control in the wider YO universe. That's something, a story we tell ourselves to make ourselves comfortable, but safety, security, and control are completely illusory. No, safety, comfort, and control are all illusory. There's no such thing as safety, comfort, and control in real reality when the wind can blow your house away, when the rain can wash your land away, when a virus that is microscopic or a bacteria that you cannot see with the naked eye shuts down the entire world for 3 years, right? We just came through that. So there is no control. There's no safety. There's no comfort really, except in the brief moments that we create it. So let's get busy taking all of our energy out of the record, out of the space of worry, hand-wringing about things we have no control over, about things from the past, about things from the future, and let's bring our awareness to the present moment. And again, the opposite of paralysis, fear is a paralytic. It stops us dead in our tracks. I work with people who do nothing throughout the day to aid themselves in the issues that frighten them because they're so paralyzed by the fear, they cannot go and have any effect on the issue itself. And I don't want this to sound judgy. I'm not judging these people. I'm actually here with a heart open and a space full of loving understanding of where they're at and why it's necessary that we do this work so that this cannot be their reality anymore. So please don't misunderstand what I'm saying, but people are paralyzed by fear. So there's not anything being done. The paralysis makes them immobile, but the only way out of this situation that frightens them is movement. We have to move away. We have to create something new. We have to get busy doing the thing that's going to alleviate fear by changing the scenario around which the fear is based. Fair enough? So what I like to do is assist people in understanding how to express clearly, affirmatively, concisely what it is they want to see changed, what it is they want to accomplish. We call that the intention. We set the intention. And then we make a list of things. And again, this is a list. I don't make it for you. All we need is somebody to tell us what to do. And it's the last thing we want to do, right? That's human nature. But what I have discovered is when you tell yourself what to do, when you create a list of commitments that support the outcome of the intention that you have set, you get busy doing those things. You get busy to work every single day, holding yourself to a discipline that you've committed to do these particular things. That makes fear go away. Fear disappears in the face of intentional, consistent action. Fear disappears in the face of intentional, consistent action. So there's a way out of the fear. The fear does not have to paralyze you. We do this work at the Way Home. We help people build a toolbox that allows them to create life that they know they're called to, the life of purpose that they envision in their mind. They just haven't been able to make it a reality in IRL. That's exactly what we do here at the Way Home. So down in the description for this video is a link to my website. We're doing self-care school over and over. Every month we start a brand new semester of self-care school. There's information about that on the website if that speaks to you. If you want to learn how to get a PhD in getting out of your own way, by all means reach out to me through the comment section here on YouTube or by going to the website and emailing me through the website, and I will get back to you within 24 to 48 hours, and we'll figure out a way for you to build your toolbox so that you can get out of your own way and you can get busy doing something about the things over which you have an effect, over which you can make a difference, and letting go of the things that there's absolutely no control over at all. So as always, you are so seen, you are so loved, and you are source energy. Aho.